We're rolling.
Wow.
We're back, baby.
Back.
I'm definitely echoey.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on, but we're going to have to live with it.
I would just put your head maybe, your mouth a little lower, higher away. Oh yeah, you're echoed. Whatever, this is technical difficulties, but we're making it.
It's weird.
That thing needs to go.
No.
It's broken.
Isn't it weird that I was so good at this for so long and now, I lost my touch? All right, guys, we're back. This is the Fully Nuking Podcast. I am your host, Ben Gravy.
ASMR. Let me have some. But that was my straw, so now I'm not going to drink out of the straw.
I'm joined today by Jordan Verney, on again, off again co-host. What's your deal?
Yeah, guys. So my deal is.
No, what's your deal?
Well, I can catch people up on my life if they want to know.
Yeah,
so
why
Ben,
you on again, off again though?
Because listen, okay, Ben went to.
Oh my God.
What?
We're not rolling. Okay, now we're rolling. It's all good. All right. Go ahead.
Okay.
Jaybird.
Should we start over or are we good?
No, I'll just use that audio.
Okay, so Ben, we've been on and off again because Ben went to Montana, and when he went to Montana,
oh Montana,
I don't know if that's a song.
Don't you cry for me.
But Ben went to Montana, and then I already had plans with one of my best friends that she was going to come spend like a week and a half with me at my parents' summer house. So we did that while Ben was in Montana. Then he went to Tennessee. We kept trying to do the podcast from my other house, my parents' house, but it just didn't work out. He had some other special guests, which was good.
Yep. Kept it alive. I kept the heart beating here.
Yeah. But we were trying to do when he was in Montana, do a Zoom, which worked, which could have worked perfectly, but I didn't
have time.
Yeah. I told him he wasn't going to have time, but Ben was swore he was going to be able to do it. But yeah, so we've been busy living
fully nuking,
fully busy living the summer, dream over here.
Yeah. So first trip of the year, I drove out to Montana, met up with Jamie, and we went river surfing. I'm sure you guys have been following along. And then right when I got back, I went to Tennessee with Mac, and then right after that, we went to Palm Springs. So it's been like this just journey.
Yeah, so let's talk about Palm Springs.
Okay, let's talk about it.
What's that?
What's your favorite thing about Palm Springs, Jordan?
I want to go back.
How far?
From right before we left. Okay, so Ben booked the flights.
Yep.
Booked the tickets, booked everything.
Pricey.
Very pricey, but you're flying during this whole period. I think all the flights are more expensive.
So guys, I want to preface this by saying all travel was totally good to go.
Well, so what I want to talk about, traveling.
Okay, cool.
So, I actually was super nervous to travel. I don't know if Ben was. Were you nervous?
No.
So I was just nervous to get on a plane. I didn't know. I've heard some horror stories because that's what makes the news, the scary parts.
This is foul.
Then give me the rest of it. Oh, God. Okay. I had one sip. Okay. So traveling. So we get to the airport. We flew out of Philadelphia.
Yup. Nobody there.
Nobody in the actual airport itself. We did get there kind of early. We had to wait 2 hours.
This is why I got you to move the camera and then you just moved over.
I like how I sit.
Okay.
So we get to the airport.
And
security. How long was security?
From waiting in line at check-in to get our tickets to
getting coffee.
Getting coffee at the gate was about 8 minutes.
Yeah, so that's how gnarly. There was no one there.
And of course, Ben Gravy has to get you to the airport 3 hours ahead of time because I'm so worried about missing the flight.
But this is the weird thing of that. Okay, so when I first met you,
I didn't care.
You didn't care because the one time my dad, where were we flying to?
I don't know.
Where were we flying to? So remember the time that I was leaving my job and it was a Friday at 4:00 in the afternoon and I got to my dad picked me up. Why didn't you pick me up from the airport? You must have been coming from somewhere.
Weird.
And
what airport?
Philadelphia. And okay. I was there 2 hours early, whatever. I left work early. And I was freaking out because Ben was not there. And I was like, where is this guy? And I was freaking out. I was like, we're going to miss our flight. We're going to miss our flight. And ever since then.
Where'd we go?
I don't know. Because where were we going that we had to get there together? We don't fly together back then we didn't fly together that much.
So, guys, as I get closer to becoming a middle-aged man, I'm becoming more of a middle-aged man.
Yeah, because like I am the one that's lenient now. I'm like, oh God, we'll be fine. We always wait 2 hours.
Like, you don't have to be a dad to have dad vibes. Like, I'm like, okay, guys, we're going to get there.
Yeah, like Ryan Mack was making fun of him the whole time. He was like, dude, we're going to just sit there for 2 hours. But wait, now I'm confused. Like, where were we going? Florida?
Had to be Florida because we haven't gone anywhere else, or like anywhere that your dad would approve of. You know what I mean?
But like we weren't going to California for like 2 days.
No.
It had to be. Have we ever flown anywhere else?
Mm-mm.
But why would we have gone to Florida for 2 days? What were we doing?
Did we go to like the Carib? Did you?
Typhoon Lagoon. I was still working, so I didn't have many
Must
days
have been
off.
Typhoon Lagoon. I don't know though. Here's the thing. Like, I remember you being super hot when we went to Typhoon Lagoon the first time, and like when you had your job, you weren't that, like, you were pale. You know what I mean?
I think I was like tanning probably still then. I don't know, but that's weird that we were going.
What are you doing with that? Don't finish it. I need a little bit. Jordan, why would you do that?
You drank the whole thing. So yeah,
Seriously. And
then
my whole life, I'm living in a glass box of echoes right now.
Oh,
Like,
no, it's fine.
This is my life.
Ben gets really scared. So anyways, we get to the
I'm
airport.
not scared. I'm prepared.
Not worried at the airport itself. Everyone was like social distancing. We were all
There's
good.
nobody there, really.
But then once it got closer to the flight, people started coming.
Jordan started sweating.
And then I was like, oh God, oh God, oh God.
So then what?
Then I knew the flight. So I knew American. We flew American. And I knew American was not following.
Not one of the better airlines.
Yeah, they weren't following the social distancing rule where they were like taking the middle seat out or whatever that may be. I don't know. And I know some of them. I know a lot of the flights were actually, a lot of the airlines were doing that. American was not. We had to wear a mask on the flight. That wasn't bad.
That was the longest period of time that we wore masks. Like,
yeah, because I only wear a mask inside a store.
Yeah.
And like, how long are you really doing that for?
It was gnarly. And your mask stunk, dude, because your breath, like, it was gnarly. Mine was
first off
perfectly clean.
That is not the truth. But I did have like pretzels with like shit on them before.
Which ones?
That I was pissed.
Those
Dottie
Nebraska ones?
Yeah, the Nebraska ones. But anyways, I mean, flying wasn't horrible. I was a little like, so we flew into Dallas Airport.
Fort Worth.
That was gnarly. Those people are whoa. They don't care. There was like a flight coming off. They didn't like come near us, but they were like behind the glass, and they were coming from Orlando.
Yeah.
And I literally would say like 50% of those people did not have masks coming off the plane. And like, this is the weirdest thing about flying right now. I wore my mask from like the second we got to the airport. Pretty much I would take it down to like drink something or eat something, but I had it on the whole time.
Me too.
Except like maybe 10 minutes when we were literally the only people in the one part of the airport.
Yeah.
But these other people, as soon as they were walking off the plane, I don't even know if they had them on the plane. They just didn't have masks on. They thought the airport was like fresh air. Like the airport is literally the least fresh air. There's no fresh air coming in that airport.
So we were safe, super safe. Lots of hand sanitizer, getting the job done.
Found Lysol wipes, Lysoling. So then when we get to Palm Springs, we get the...
What? The Hyundai Elantra.
Yeah, the Hyundai Elantra. Tell me about that.
So I went on Enterprise, as I always do. I love Enterprise. I trust it dearly. They've never done me wrong except for at San Diego Airport. Remember?
No, what happened there? I forget.
They were closed. But we then have figured out that...
Oh, God. But then we had to go to the other... Yeah.
National Rental Car.
Remember how nice that that whole area was, though?
Yeah.
They had like a bar outside for like coffee.
Yeah, it's nice. So I always rent Enterprise. Super duper reliable. I hit them up one time to sponsor me, and they said that maybe. But they don't give deals off cars, they said. And I was like, then that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
I love Enterprise, though. So we got the car, and I must have been the only person at the airport in that entire day that was nice to the guy at the Enterprise counter. Because, like, first of all, I always say, hey, how are you? I just want to know how people are doing. Because who knows? He could have been behind that counter for 12 hours.
Wearing that mask,
and plus, that airport, hot.
Oh, so hot. It was
Hot as
105
fuck.
degrees outside.
So I always ask people how they're doing. And right off the bat, I mean, it's just a nice thing to do. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, how are you doing? So anyway, I reserved a Hyundai Elantra online, and it was still pricey because it was freaking Palm Springs. So there's like a Palm Springs local tax, right? So like it makes everything like $60 more expensive. Anyway, the car was like $250, right? Just for the Elantra. This guy goes ahead, goes through my whole process, doesn't say anything to me, and then at the end he goes, "Okay, so we got you in the Land Rover," hands me the key. It's the same price. So, of course, since he just got me good, I just thought it would be funny to get Jordan and Ryan Mack. So I was going, "Oh, man, Hyundai Elantra." And Jordan's like, "Oh, he loves to squeeze us," and Mac's like, "Where am I going to put all my stuff?"
Yeah, because Ben think about 3 people. Usually it's just me and Ben, and we're squeezed because Ben just thinks that it's doable to have an 8-foot soft top inside a four-door sedan.
Yep.
Totally normal. Usually can't see him. He can't see me. No airflow.
I can't see the road.
Yeah, Ben just loves. Or he loves getting minivans in Hawaii that are falling apart. But, neither here nor there.
Anyway, we end up getting the Range Rover, and these guys were freaking out, and it was great because I didn't pay an single extra dollar.
Yeah, it was sick. It was really sick. It's dream car for sure.
Oh, it's a nice car for sure.
And Palm Springs is that's the vibe. But not to be bougie, but I'm gonna be bougie for a second.
What?
It's a vibe out there.
Oh, Palm Springs is nice. What do you mean?
No, I mean it's a vibe to have a Range Rover.
Oh, you have to have a Range Rover?
Yeah, it's one of those areas where you pretty much have to have a nice car.
Yeah.
They look at you like, what are you guys doing?
We live in one of those areas.
We do. And that's why they don't look at me. They might look at, they sometimes used to look at Ben's Bobby van, but now that he has this custom Subi, we get stares.
I get dirty looks in the custom Subi.
Oh yeah, but that's because you have pineapples on your roof.
Yeah.
The custom Subi's sick. Some guy asked me about it yesterday.
What did he ask?
He was just like, "Oh, what's the thing with Delaware Subaru? That's pretty sick."
It's pretty sick. We're actually going to film a commercial for them at some point here.
Yeah, it's sick. So yeah, Palm Springs. Then we pretty much, we stayed to our group. We didn't do anything. We didn't go out to eat. I feel like that's how you are. If you're traveling, if you have to travel right now, which technically, a lot of people are asking me, "Oh, was this a necessary trip?" And yeah, this is a necessary trip for our lives, our career,
it's my job.
Yeah, and I haven't gone on some of the trips because they just weren't necessary for me, but I felt like this one was, right?
For sure. Sunshine, palm trees.
No, being around Casey Neistat and Jamie and Tina, it's a vibe.
So, yeah.
So we went and we stayed to ourselves. We went to their house. They had a house.
Yep.
Then the next day we went to Palm Springs, and Ben had the best day of his life.
One of the best days of my life for sure.
Definitely. That was for me, it was.
What?
It was just really hot, but it was really fun.
Yeah, so guys, it was 111 degrees. The weird thing is, though, the UV index was only a 5.
Is that why I didn't get burnt? Did you look at the UV index?
Yeah. I looked at the end of the day. I was like, what's going on? I'm not sunburned at all. Because I always forget sunblock because I'm too
No,
stoked.
I put you on.
You put me on.
No, I put some sunblock on you.
In the morning? Oh, yeah,
Remember?
you did. You
Yeah.
did. Yeah, you're right. But, okay, I need a lot of sunblock because I'm very pale. I have, that red complexion. I'm more white and red, not really someone that gets tan. So
I couldn't imagine living whoa.
What do you mean?
I've never had that problem.
Yeah, because you're tan.
It's just so crazy to me that people don't have tan skin.
Well, I mean, I'm kind of tan right now.
No, you're tan, but it's just weird to me.
What, I'm weird to you?
Yeah, that you're not tan.
How dare you?
I wonder if we have kids one day, what complexion they'll have.
Probably mine.
Oh, I hope not.
No, the dark eyes is the dominant gene.
People say that, but I see a lot of blonde kids running around these days. Everywhere I go, I'm like, that's another blonde kid. I thought it was hard to be blonde. Now everyone's blonde.
Actually, a majority of the kids that show up at
are blonde and blue eyes.
Yeah,
that's what
blonde.
I mean.
Yeah.
And their parents
Yeah.
aren't. So I'm always so confused. Sure. But
if you look at my dad and mom, you wouldn't think. Maybe my mom.
You wouldn't think that you two would come out. You guys would come out the way you did.
No.
Your dad is literally was blonde hair, blue eyes.
I remember
and
my
your
dad.
Mom too.
I picture my dad with brown hair because he had brown because he used to get haircuts when we were kids. So his blonde hair would never show up because he was always trying to be preppy. So
Prepster.
He had brown
line.
hair my whole life. And my mom would always be like, "Yeah, you're gonna grow out of your blonde hair."
They tell it to every kid, just like they said to my mom when I was born with full hair. And they were like, she's going to go bald in a month. And I just never went bald. They just kept telling her she's going to lose her hair. She's going to lose her hair. And I just had thick hair since I was a little kid. So that's what happened.
Your hair's a vibe, though.
It's really curly right now because I just gave up. But
so my point was that to this day, at 31 years old, I still have blonde hair. And people DM me and ask me how I keep it so nice. Do you ever get those DMs?
Yeah, actually, I get those DMs a lot.
Do you do?
People
about
ask me all the time
or about you?
About me. They ask me all the time about like how I
does
do my
Ben
hair.
keep his hair so
No
nice?
one has ever. Most people say, "When are you
Maybe
gonna get
no.
that kid to cut his hair?"
No, they don't.
100%. I can go through my DMs, and I will find some.
I don't understand haircuts. Like I don't want to offend anybody, but I don't get them.
So let's just. I have always had for this question.
What?
You know, we talk about getting married.
Okay.
What would be your vision on your wedding day to do with your hair? Like, would you like clean it up a little bit? Would we brush it?
What are you talking?
Because you're gonna have like a tux on. So like,
Yeah.
what is the vibe on the head?
To continue to look like a god.
Yeah, but Bubby, I'm gonna be like fully like if I get married, we get married, I'm gonna be fully decked.
Are you gonna pull your hair back?
No, because they always say on the day of your wedding,
Let it
you
all
should
hang out.
No, you should.
That you're a brick
You
house.
should look like a better version of yourself. So if you don't wear your hair up every day, don't wear your hair up because you don't want to see pictures of your hair up. You don't even wear your hair like that.
Okay.
Like you
so-
want to look like yourself, but a little bit better.
Okay, so when I did the igloo photo shoot, they put mousse in my hair, and it made me look like a god. So
No, I didn't like your hair there. It looked stringy. Your hair's fuller than that. That photo shoot made your hair look piecey. Mousse is not good.
okay.
So what we're gonna do? Knock on wood. You know, if I ever get married to you, I'm gonna have like a hairstylist go to your room and just get you ready.
What do you mean get me ready?
Like you like.
It has to be the right one because like a random hairstylist isn't just going to know what to do with this.
Yeah,
because this
Wait.
is above.
Oh, it's a trash man. We're gonna. Oh no, it's not a trash can.
Uh-oh.
No,
It's the landscapers.
We would have to get you a hair trial, just like I'm
saying
gonna have to
because
have one.
This could be above someone's level.
Oh, it's above a lot.
You know what I mean?
I don't think a lot of people would know what to do with that. Like, are you ever gonna cut it?
Yeah.
It freaks me out a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
I'll get a bowl cut. That's pretty legit, right?
No, because it will never grow back. I like your hair. Don't get me wrong. I'm not a Ben
No, you're
Gravy.
hating for sure. You're hating.
It's just so interesting. You are kind of like a character of yourself.
Ugh. A what?
Like a character. A character.
A caricature?
Yeah, of yourself.
I see myself as a character. I see myself as a martyr for the people. Like, it's not really about me. You know what I mean?
It's about the people and how
It's
they feel about
the
you.
people. It's not really about how they feel about me. It's about how I can get them stoked.
You're stoked, God.
Even if I wanted to buzz my hair, which I don't because I like my hair, but I think even if I wanted to buzz my hair, these long blonde locks purvey stoke. So like I gotta keep them.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I like it.
You feel me?
Yeah, I miss my extensions.
Who should get coffee right now? You or me?
I'm so tired, but no, we're just doing this until we do. We're just gonna wait till the end.
No, I'm saying like mid podcast. Like
No, we're not doing that. We're gonna finish the podcast.
I want to go get an iced coffee in the living room. In the kitchen.
Okay, I could just talk. Guys, I don't know what happens when I get under the microscope of the podcast. I get sleepy. So like maybe I need to start drinking like a Red Bull.
It's this light, like it's the temperature of the light.
You think that makes me tired?
Yeah, because it's 5,600 Kelvin, so it just puts you right to sleep. It's like being on an operating table. They have those lights, like they're bright, yeah, but they actually like relax you.
Are you lying?
Have you ever gotten surgery?
No.
Oh my god, it's gnarly.
No, I never had surgery. What does it do? So that's my biggest fear, like, because of that freaking movie that came out that, like, Hayden Christensen, like, or whatever his name was, he, like, got surgery and he was not, they didn't put him to sleep.
Okay, well, I can tell you a story that will actually be scary because
No.
it's a true story.
Because what if goddamn day, what if one day,
Well, it won't
God
goddamn
forbid, I mean, I have to get surgery.
So my dad had an allergic reaction to
Yeah.
anesthesia.
Oh, yeah, your mom
and
told me
he was
that.
asleep for 3 days.
3 days?
3 days.
Was your mom with him at this point? Or is
No,
this...
he was a kid. So that's why when we all got our wisdom teeth out, we all got local anesthesia, which doesn't put you to sleep. First of all, I can say this, guys. I got my wisdom teeth out. If you've ever smoked weed, it's the highest weed high you've ever experienced. And I'm paranoid. I had a panic. I stood up and I was like, "Where am I? What's going on?"
Like,
and the doctor was like, "Relax. I'm gonna cut some oxygen in. Chill. Just lay back. We're gonna do your teeth. It's all good."
you would have had you would have gone viral, like all those kids do
I
now.
sat up and he was like, "Oh man, we made this guy too high." So then you get loopy and then you kind of phase out and you don't really remember. But so I had never been asleep until my knee. So obviously, if I didn't get surgery on my knee, I never would have walked again. So I had to run the risk of maybe having allergic reaction to the anesthesia.
Yeah, but couldn't they have figured that out, like what you're allergic to?
They can't. Well, allergy tests are really, really bad. The
that's why I never got one, even though I should get one because of shellfish.
Yeah, the percentage of accuracy on those is really terrible. It's like...
That's like so scary. I mean, I never got my wisdom teeth out either because I've had straight teeth, guys.
So pretty much I went to sleep, and it's just like you would imagine. It's the big ring light above you, a bunch of doctors leaning over you. And it's weird because, like, I noticed this. A lot of people probably don't, but there was, like, there's a rep in the room.
Yeah.
And they have a big briefcase of, like, tools and twine and wire and stuff, like, and, like, the doctors, like, it would be like the Billabong rep, like, coming.
What are you talking about? I'm confused.
There's a medical rep in the operating room with stuff.
For what?
For your surgery.
Why is there a rep? That doesn't make any sense.
He's repping his brand in the operating room.
What?
Yeah. So it would be like...
I never heard that.
It would be like Rip Curl, Billabong, Quicksilver, somebody down at the beach when you're surfing and being like, "You could have done better if you had these board shorts on. Put these on."
There's no one doing that.
And you're like, okay, there's not.
They don't even let normal people, like, they don't let anyone in. They're just going to let this random person to watch you have the surgery and then be like, "Oh, just kidding. Just try this one." And then he's like, "Oh, let me go back." Okay, did you hear about there's this lady that voice that recorded her surgery? This happened like a couple weeks ago or something. She recorded her surgery. So she had problems with this, like, doctor.
Yep.
And they were giving her issues. So she put the recording thing in her hair.
Yep.
While she had surgery. This doctor was talking so much shit on this lady.
Like what?
He was like, "This one was giving me a hard time," and he was like, "Do you think you would treat your doctor, your surgeon, like this, the person that's going to operate on you?" And then she had it all recorded, and then they had her, like, they were making fun of her body because they had her laying there naked after the surgery, and they didn't cover her up, and they were just laughing at her.
That's fucked.
It was so crazy. So, like, of course she has, like, a lawsuit against them. Crazy that she even would think to, like, if I have to record my surgeon, I'm probably not going to get this.
Use that
yeah,
surgeon.
I'm not going to use that surgeon. But it seemed as though this was the only option for her. Like, she had insurance that this is the only guy.
Surgery?
A hernia surgery.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah, but still, what do you mean that's it? You're under.
Yeah.
The one lady on TV, she got a hernia surgery, and she had like 10 more hernias that they didn't know about, and she had to go under for like 6 hours.
Wow.
I don't even understand what a hernia is, but.
So my surgery was supposed to be 2.5 hours. It was 5.5 hours.
Exactly, that happens.
And it's like, I was going to tell you the story. It's like you would ever imagine. All the doctors, all the stress in the world, but you're high on whatever they give you.
Yeah, but you had full-blown anesthesia for your surgery.
You're not stressed out. Yeah, but you're high before. They make you high.
Oh, yeah. So you're not freaking out.
So you're not stressed out. And then they go, "All right, count down from 100." And then you go 99, 90.
I don't like that.
Whoa.
Ew.
And it goes, boop, boop.
But what were you thinking about? When you?
I was like, if I die, I die.
No!
But you're that messed up on the medicine that you're like, you don't care. You know what I mean? Because, like, every time you go under surgery, there's a chance you're not waking up. That's
how scared were you, like, right before? Or were you excited because you wanted your knee to go, like...
It was, for me, if I didn't get the surgery, it wasn't worth being alive anyway, so I didn't really care. I was excited to get my knee done. But I went in like, all right, we're doing this.
But see, that's my confusion with, like, elective surgeries. Like, I've thought about, like, I want this done to myself, or, like...
a booty enhancement.
Yeah, well, that
I thought about that, too. I'm a little...
No, but, like, when I was younger, like, I was really flat-chested, so I really wanted boob implants, and I would beg my mom for them all the time, and I'd be like, "Mom," but then I, like, ended up gaining weight, and I got boobs anyways, and then whatever. But I always wanted them, and I would always ask her for them. But thinking about it now, like, I couldn't imagine going under the knife just for boobs.
And then there's that show Botched.
Yeah, I mean, I would hopefully have ever gone to a really good doctor, but... Like, people die. Like, there was a girl in King of Prussia that died getting liposuction. Like, that stuff happens, and I don't understand, like...
Oh, they'll, like, suck your organs. with that thing?
It's not that. It's like they suck something and then I don't know what happens.
Plus, the biggest risk with surgeries is just the chance of running an infection afterwards.
Well, yeah, that happens too. So I don't really understand. And like when you get your chest done, like they literally have draining tubes like coming out of your boobs and like it's so gnarly. I don't know. I just don't understand that at all.
So here's the other thing that you don't think about with surgery. You're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go into surgery. I'm gonna be fixed afterwards. You don't realize you wake up 100 out of 10 in pain, pretty much no matter what surgery.
Oh yeah, I mean
Like,
your
you
body's going in
wake
full
up,
shock.
They smoke you.
Yeah.
They smoke.
Well, do you ever see somebody get like a nose job on TV?
Mm-mm.
They take a. This is gonna be graphic, guys. Warning, trigger warning. They take a hammer.
Yeah.
And like a spike.
Break the nose.
And they break the nose with the hammer. Bam.
Yeah, and that's like getting punched in the face. You don't even know, but your body's reacting to it.
How about a facelift? All this is what me and my girlfriends talk about all the time because like we're just like, what are we gonna do when we're 50? Are we gonna get facelifts? And I'm just like, I don't know, because that thing's so crazy. But like, I don't know.
So like, I have like they drilled through my bone. They drilled through my bone 4 times. They put stuff that dissolved.
Yeah.
But and then they cut my ACL. Or they took my frickin' patellar tendon, lapped it over, stitched it, trimmed it. Like, they were just cutting stuff.
Yeah. Ben's like got Edward Scissorhands.
For this knee, they had to open it 1, 2, 3, 4 flaps. They opened it like alien, like one of those mouths.
Yeah,
so my knee was just chilling. Like, plus, like, who knows? Got trips. Like, knock your knee. It's like... You never know.
It's really scary. Yeah, so surgery is definitely something that...
And then you wake up in excruciating pain, and it doesn't go away for days. Even the wisdom teeth, you never got it. Oh, it is so annoying.
Why did you have to get yours? You have pretty straight teeth.
They were growing in.
Mine grew in fine, though.
Well, mine were going to grow in and compact. Tucker's, like, bottom teeth got compacted a little bit.
Well, mine are moving now a little bit now that I'm older. And then this one moved far apart. So this is like the problem. I had perfect teeth when I was younger, but like, you know, your mouth moves. And like now I have like one big space on the side of my mouth, which is so odd. I don't know where that came from. And then these are kind of like coming together. So like, I don't know. If it gets worse, I'm going to have to just get Invisalign or something.
Oh, yeah.
You see that on top of each other?
Uh-huh.
Why are you looking at my teeth like that?
Oh, compacto down there.
Yeah, so I don't want that. I don't want to be like that old person with like a snaggle tooth because I see that quite often.
Snaggy?
And I'm just like, did no one ever tell you that your teeth look like that?
Yeah, I don't know. Teeth are weird.
Teeth are weird.
You know what I thought about, though?
What?
Like, didn't dentists ever consider, like, they could just pull one of your teeth out and then everything else would grow together? Like, imagine, like, your least important, smallest tooth on your bottom row. Pop it out, and then all the other ones would grow in.
No, because I think kids and, like, people have, like, we got lucky. We have good teeth.
What do you mean? I got my wisdom teeth out.
That's lucky. Do you know how many people literally their teeth grow on top of each other and
yeah,
like it's like right, so like all my girlfriends growing up, they all had crazy teeth that they needed.
Wow, just bashing them on the pod?
They're not my friends anymore, but I'm not saying they had crazy teeth. My one friend had
not
like
your friends anymore because of their teeth. You had to disown them.
No, I mean I'm glad I didn't get braces, but it's so funny because like they say
I didn't
like
get braces.
Did anyone in your family?
Hop had them twice.
Why twice?
Because the first time, or my dad like pulled one of the metal pieces off for him because Hob was bitching so bad. So then like the first time he had them, they didn't work.
Why would he pull them off? That's like not the point.
I know. You have to.
Oh, and then when they put the rubber bands and they make them. Yeah, they tighten them and they hurt, but.
That's what you're there for.
That's what you got to do. I mean, you don't have to have them. You didn't have to get them.
No.
So he just got your dad to rip it off.
I guess.
That's gnarly. And it's so expensive back then. I don't know how much braces are now,
They're like
but
$3,000.
Everyone's parents used to bitch and be like, "Oh, I gotta get braces. You better wear your taters."
Well, you know, I find that funny because my parents. I remember them being like, "Oh, they were $2,700." It's like, wait a second, that's not that expensive for you guys. Like, you guys are rich. Not
no,
rich,
I mean, I feel like back then maybe it was. I don't know. All my friends' parents and all my friends' parents were fine.
I know people that have $2,700 bags.
I don't know them. I really want a new bag, but
what kind of bag?
I really wanted that Louis bag, and it sold out.
Dog?
Yeah.
Nah, we're not Louis people.
Oh, we're Louis people.
We're Wave Bandit people.
I mean, I have my Wave Bandit tee on.
Me too. Reppin'.
So yeah, everything else, we got off track. Talked about surgery. Talked about.
Yeah.
What's your idea on plastic surgery, though? That's interesting.
My idea on it?
Like,
totally useless.
But
I think women are beautiful in their true form.
I don't believe that.
I'm over it, dude. I want people to embrace what they have been put here with. Unless it's something gnarly. Like, if you have a big, like, cyst thing and they can chop it off, yeah, for sure. You know what I mean? Or you have, like, some crazy, like, acne. I know they fix that. Like, stuff like that.
Yeah. I don't know.
Fix it. But, like, you don't need ass. You don't need boobs. You don't need lips. The lips are disgusting. That's the grossest thing going. Putting a needle. I don't know why people do that. Like, if you want lips, like, chances are you're already good looking. You know? So, like, I don't know.
Yeah, but just enhances your beauty.
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
That's what you don't get. We don't think it does. You guys only do.
That's a funny thing, though, to say, though, because
It's
men and all the people that are on our Instagrams and on our YouTubes and all of that, and the guys who think girls are hot, all those girls have plastic surgery 100% of the time. No one that is super, super famous or super, super famous on Instagram does not have plastic surgery. They all do. All the hot girls you see, all of them. Every single one. So it's like, imagine being a female trying to compete.
who are you competing with?
I'm just saying, I'm not talking about personally myself. I'm just talking about women in general. Like,
Yeah, but
we have to compete with those type of people.
The number one rule to success in life is not comparing yourself to other people.
But women, okay, I'm gonna talk about this on social media. Women, I don't have like a skill, let's say, like, or like a sport or something that I'm like, I don't like paint on Instagram or something. So like my Instagram is like all from like content that like I've created or like I've done. But it's like my Instagram, like you had a surfing niche, or you know,
but
Jamie has a surfing niche, and like what?
People try to compare me to Jamie every vlog. And I don't allow them.
But I'm not saying that. This is what I'm. But that's not what I was getting at.
If I compared myself to Jamie, I'd drive myself crazy.
But that's not what I was saying.
He clearly he's one of the best surfers in history.
Yeah. I'm saying more like women are pretty much all in the same even playing field.
Wow, this is a little sexist, Jordan.
No, for me, like these, not the women that like, not like Mason Ho's brother that's a freaking gnarly surfer. Like, of course she's gonna get followers. I'm talking about like all of us that like just take pictures.
Okay.
Like, I'm not talking about like the one
people
Nordies
that model who who don't model as a profession.
Yeah. Okay. So
Instagrammers.
Yeah, like Instagrammers, influencers, like a lot of those women, like I'm like looking at them to be like, oh, I want to have the same amount of followers as them or same amount of likes. But like all those women have like first off gnarly photoshoppers, and gnarly surgery that like I can't compete with.
Let's
so it's
discuss the reality of your life though. People aren't following you because you're hot. Yes, it helps. People are following you because of your personality on my vlog.
Yeah, I agree, but I don't want just followers from your vlog. That's what I'm getting at. Like, I don't want just.
So you're hating on me?
No. I'm just saying, like, I want to build out my own niche. Like, I don't want to just be like, oh, I follow her because she's Ben Gary's girlfriend. I think that's what I'm like.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying they follow you because they like your personality, and the place that they see your personality is on my videos. And on your videos when you make them every year, once a year. Whoa.
Why are people calling me?
Whoa.
I just don't feel like talking to anyone.
That was a good text right there. That was a big business text.
This?
Yeah.
No, Annie called me. Why is this person calling me?
Call them back. How much? 33 minutes?
These people.
Jordan gets so stressed out when it comes to work. And it's like, Jordan, you're about to have a seriously good discussion with
I don't like to talk to people on the phone. That's my problem. Just text me.
You could be making money off that right there.
No, like, does anyone agree? Like, I just think that text me. Everything can be done through text. Everything. It's like, I can't wait I want to start working with like all millennials. Because like we all would just be texting constantly.
It is easier, but we can't allow the world to go that way completely.
Oh, 100% I will. I support texting in all aspects of my life, or an email. Because why do I need to talk on the phone? I get super awkward. I start sweating. I get nervous. Like,
start sweating.
I do, 100%. So my old job, I was supposed to answer the phone when my boss would like not be in his office, and like I could hear, I would have his phone calls transferred to my phone. This was not a job for me.
You just sit there, it was ringing, and you would just sweat and look at
it. No. Okay. The phone would start ringing, and I'd pray that he was in his office, and I'd be like, okay. He's on his office. That was 2 rings. He wants me to answer after 2. And I would get up from my desk and go to the bathroom and act like I didn't hear the phone.
Oh my God, dude. This is crazy.
I
but like
hate answering them, but I get so nervous and
the
so
funny
tongue
thing,
tied.
though, like in reality, like in a business like that, like insurance, like the it's not like you're missing sales or anything because like the demand is so high in that business that like it doesn't matter if you skip 10 phone calls, like they're eventually gonna call them, you know what I mean?
It
Like,
wasn't even that, but it's like, well, so yeah, I've worked for an insurance, so like, I mean, in any company, I think people take things really seriously, but especially in like a Fortune 500, like, corporation, they are like, they think that they are the end all be all. Like when these people call, they're like, well, what do you mean? Where is he? I need to talk to him now. And I'm like, oh my God. And then it's like, they were so gnarly at all times. And I was just like crying.
isn't it funny how people get into like business and then they just act insane?
Well, so okay. So I was watching like some show and I was thinking that it's like, I was in like a corporate job and I saw it firsthand. Like it wasn't about like, hey, like let's just have a normal conversation. Like we're both human. Like we're both just like, I was like, I'm 27 and you're 40. Like there's no difference. Like we are pretty much the same age. We are pretty much doing the same thing. We get up every day and come to the same job.
Yeah.
But for some reason you act better than me, or I have to be scared of what I say to you. And that was what I hated about a corporate job.
Yeah, it's weird. Well, it's like, I mean, I work for like, I mean, I guess not. Some of my companies are corporations, right? Like they are. They're not.
You
really.
work for businesses. Yeah. I mean, they are, but they're different because it's a different industry. My industry was gnarly.
But my point is, like, I go into an office, whether it's like, who's the gnarliest person I ever did a meeting with, like, or a phone call.
Like, did you go to GoPro once? Remember? That's like a corporation.
Yeah, but like, it's so weird because like you can be so cool.
But see, you're coming from a place of they want you.
Yeah.
Where I was in a place where I work for them.
Yeah.
They want to smooze Ben all the time. Like when we go to any meetings or like anything with his like companies, they just want to smooze us. They're just like, oh, what are you guys doing? Like they just want to act cool.
Well, actually, I get weird. I get awkward when like say Sector 9, which I love everyone at Sector 9, but sometimes the conversation's too much about me, and I'm like, dude, I want to talk about you guys or something. You know what I mean? Like it's
but that's the best. They're just like loving you. That's nice.
I don't like when it's too much.
I mean, think about it. Your job, like the places that we go for your job, like I literally was skateboarding in the hallway and fell on my ass in front of the investors, and like it was fine. Like that would never.
That was NARS.
I like never go down.
So we were in Sector 9, and it was right when they got bought out by Bravo Sports, and like they still hadn't signed all the paperwork. And the Bravo Sports guy, the team, like the parent company, was in the office through a glass window. And Jay Vern comes screaming around the corner and just eats shit right in like the right in the front, and they were just looking out the window like, oh my God.
Do we have?
Can she sign?
Do we have like insurance for that? And I was like, I'm fine. I would never. I was fine.
It was a bad fall.
Yeah, no, my back hurt for like 2 days, but like we're good. We're good.
The problem with Jordan is she's one of those classic people that falls right on her tailbone.
Yeah, I fell right on my tailbone.
Why do you do that?
I don't know. I didn't.
What
do you mean I didn't learn? No one ever taught me how to fall.
Whatever happened to tuck and roll?
I thought that was just for like a fire.
No, stop, drop, and roll.
Yeah, what is that? Is that if you're on fire?
Stop, drop, and roll.
But why was that like so drilled into as a kid? Like
because
like they
the
just
rolling keeps you from lighting on fire.
That's not what I was saying.
Okay.
Oh, so
be
you
cool
don't
about
want
fire safety.
It's like wait, no. What I'm saying is like.
Why would they tell us that
There's
dumb shit?
like there's so many other things that like we need to know about in our world.
I know.
And it's like that's like what I remember as a kid, like stop, drop, and roll.
And you come into class, the teacher's like, "What do you do if the building light's on fire?" And you're like, "Stop, drop, and roll."
Yeah, but like
he's like, "Great, perfect, you know, yeah."
There is no way anyone's just rolling around the fucking school. There's no room.
In my middle school, the whole building was made out of like concrete and stuff, so the building was never lighting on fire. So
yeah,
I don't know what
I
they
think
were
all
worried
schools
about.
are made out of concrete. So yeah. I thought you were gonna say like made out of like paper mache.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's like why?
Yeah, like why was that so drilled into us?
And let's be real. Like if our house lights on fire, there's a 0% chance I'm stop, dropping, or rolling.
That's what I mean. I think it's if you're on fire, you have to stop, drop, and roll. I don't think it's just the fire starts. They never. No, there was a fire drill. That wasn't like part of the drill. Stop, drop, and roll is if you're on fire.
So why would they even teach us that?
That's what I'm saying. Because
who's going to get lit on fire?
That's what I meant.
And let's be honest, if you're lit on fire,
You're
fucked.
done. You're done.
Yeah.
You have 3rd-degree burns, 20-degree burns. I don't know. You're done. But that's what I'm saying, because the fire drill was told you get in line and you start filing out, which is insane because during a real fire, like, I would just run.
Those were the best, though.
Oh my God, oh my God, we used to have fire drills like
twice a day.
Oh yeah, like at my old job, there was fire drills too, and that was crazy.
You were stoked.
It was like all these like old people just like
Oh.
going outside. The one lady would be out there smoking.
Dude,
a
I
cig.
can say this. My hands look fine, but I had 3rd-degree burns on my hands.
From
'cause
what?
We used to light our hair off, each other's hair on fire, and then like sometimes the alcohol would spill on your hands and shit. I had like full 3rd-degree burns, and it was the worst pain ever. I had to sleep. I remember sleeping with my hands out the window because they were burnt.
Oh, what window?
It was cool. I slept on the couch and I just had my hands out the window because it was cool outside and too warm in my house. It's not really feeling.
I don't know. I thank God never was caught on fire, but I also wasn't playing with fire as a teenager. So
yeah, we played with a lot of fire though.
it's so gnarly that you did that.
We got really. I mean, when I look back at Nub TV videos, I'm like, oh my God, we're so lucky.
So lucky, but like so. I feel like at a certain point you were just like naive. You had to be.
What do you mean?
Like you were just really naive to think like nothing was gonna happen.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
I don't know why we thought we were professionals
Because your dad sent your 2 brothers to that random place,
for like 6 weeks.
and the place looked like it was literally falling down.
Um,
But they're like, oh, they're professionals. They have a certificate.
yeah.
But like a professional would be like, yeah, you have an ambulance on staff and like all that stuff,
Every
right?
TV show that we ever shot, like when we did the Snapchat
Mm-hmm.
show, they didn't want us to do anything. And if we did the littlest thing, the EMS guy would be standing by like a foot away, ready to grab
Well, even
you.
that little like rinky-dink thing you did, Snapchat show.
That's what I was just saying.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
like that. You guys were doing nothing, like literally nothing.
And and that's the weirdest thing because that's the most hurt anyone's ever got.
That was just because that whole thing was forced.
Yeah.
It wasn't meant to be.
Yeah.
And you guys
totally.
knew it, and that's what happened.
Yeah, if you guys don't know about that, me and my brothers, we had a old YouTube channel called Nub TV, and my brothers are like trained stuntmen, and like I would do stunts too. It was more like Jackass, and it was really just dumb, to be honest. But like that's what used to do well on the internet, so we thought that we were gonna make a career from it. Anyway, like we had multiple TV shows that got picked up and dropped over the years, and this production company that produced one of our shows, like 3 years after we were done doing stunts completely, brought us a Snapchat show, and it was cool because like we all got paid $7,000 to do it, and it took us 5 days to shoot. But my older brother got really, really hurt. He did like a flip onto a table, and the table broke, and his calf muscle hit the table just in this perfect way where it pretty much cut the blood flow off to his foot, and he had to get 2 surgeries. Like he would have died. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, it was just.
But it was too far after we were into doing stunts, and it was just forced, super forced. And I was
you guys had both. Like, think about it. I don't even think Hob had done any stunts. Like,
No, for years.
Years. You have done no stunts. Like, I mean, you were surfing constantly, so like you were kind of doing that type of stuff. But like Turner, none of you guys were doing that. No. So it was like you guys should have probably trained.
Yeah.
And like practiced like the 3 of you doing stunts.
Dude, I'm
like
probably
that.
The most physically conditioned. Because, like, I do stunts on a regular basis.
Yeah.
Like jumping off stuff, like, surfing is stunt.
Well, yeah, like, everyone at that point had taken, how long was it since your surgery?
Yeah, 3 years, 4 years.
3 years? So, like, give or take, like, you did it a few times. Like, I know that like, you and Hob did a few things and maybe Turner, but...
Yeah.
That, like, stunts need to be trained. Like, you need to be trained.
Oh, you need to be strong. Like, full... If you're not, like, completely... Like, your top needs to be as strong as your bottom. Like, you need to be like Spider-Man. Like,
100%. And, like... Even just to like practice.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You guys, that is so crazy. Like those people that were making that TV show weren't thinking like, "Hey, we should probably have 2 days of practice."
Yeah.
And then like let's film it.
The budget was so low.
But like, you can't just put these. I mean, no one knew. No one knew how gnarly it was gonna be.
Yeah. Anyway, I think that Snapchat should have just done a novelty surfing show. It would have been way more successful. Like.
Snapchat's just weird.
Yeah, but dude, Casey was claiming Snapchat.
Yeah.
Like he said they're gonna come back hard. They have all this new stuff coming.
Dude, TikTok.
apparently, well, Snapchat is now allowing you to build a profile, whereas like they didn't really before, where you can see the followers, see the views, see the posts.
Well, that's the problem with Snapchat. Like, I just felt like it was so disconnected.
Too fleeting.
Yeah, it was just
That's why
like,
I never liked it.
first off, I just don't. I am not a advocate of like anything other than like Instagram and YouTube.
Well, it's like Instagram, yeah. Like if I get a post that gets 200,000 views, like my video from Tennessee, it's like it's there forever, and like that's cool to see.
Yeah.
You know, like Snapchat, if you get 200,000 views, it's gone.
Well, and it's like, I just think there's more like, you put more like love and attention into Instagram, YouTube,
Yeah.
and that kind of stuff. Where it's like, I mean, and for TikTok, for some people that like literally try their hardest to do TikTok, like it's cool. Like I just don't. Some of the other things. I mean, I don't personally like TikTok because I literally can't do it. So much jealous of everyone that can do TikTok.
TikTok's a little bit out of our age group.
If you're like 30 and doing TikTok, you have to be really good. Like, you know what I mean?
Or
like
or just a total animal. Like,
yeah.
Insane in your brain.
Or like no, like literally, like your page has to be amazing. If not,
it's insane.
It's insane because you should be like 12. No offense out there, but
yeah.
I try to TikTok and my dance skills.
So I got my second 100,000 view TikTok, though. Surfing.
But you're not trying to TikTok.
But
you're like putting up videos that you already have.
No, but yeah, but these videos, like you can kind of like you can make it TikTok-y. Like I wrote, "This wave never ends," and then I have me coming around the thing, and it got 100,000 views, and it's like that's TikTok, because like you're kind of explaining.
Well, it's like a meme.
Yeah.
Your TikTok is more meme centric.
Yeah.
Like if you did like a jump off like a high high thing, and then went into a wave. Do I make it?
Yeah.
And then have you falling, and then people want to watch that video.
Yeah, I noticed that they tell these little stories.
Well, that's what Jack said.
Yeah.
Like tell a story. Like we could literally go film one right now on the beach.
Like we showed up in Palm Springs to an abandoned water park, show like a bunch of slides, and then show the wave and be like, and then there was this.
But see,
that would probably go viral.
That's what I mean. That was crazy about TikTok, though. It's like if you're gonna focus on TikTok, that has to be your main thing. Because could you imagine going to Palm Springs, filming for YouTube, and then going back and being like, okay, now I have to do my TikTok version?
Dude, I don't know. I might try to edit one just for the hell of it.
Just to see what happens.
Just to see what it's all about. Because I've never put any effort into TikTok, and I have 2 vids with 100,000.
Wow. Guess what, guys? I have one vid with like 4K. Big dog right here.
4K likes.
No, 4K views. Or 7K. I don't remember.
All right. I think we're psyching because I want you to get to that phone call so you can get paid.
Psych. No, I don't think it's gonna.
Nuka. We were at Surfer Supplies the other day, and this young girl took a picture with me, and I was going, "Is it nuking?" And she goes, "Nuka."
That might be a new T-shirt. I like it. Coming soon.
It was sick. All right, but this has been another presentation of The Dream.
Presentation.
Fully Nuking podcast. We're back. We're going to try to do this as much as possible, guys.
We'll be together this week.
Yep. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for the fun. Thanks for the stoke. Leave some comments below. We will literally talk about anything as you've witnessed. Give us a like and subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed the video. Fully Nuking podcast. We'll see you next time for The Dream.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
You.